beg your pardon? Meredith, who is this coarse person with the foreign accent?
Good start.
Mm-hmm. That's how you start it. You just start coughing, and that's where eventually they give you money.
Yeah, but sometimes like rappers do go, but in a really
that's true. All right, that was hopefully a new intro to the show, composed by friend of the show Max Pasham.
Boom.
Yeah, he was recently on the show. For those who aren't big fans and who aren't paying attention, I'm still playing around with it, so don't judge the entire piece yet. You'll hear it in the outro in an almost undisturbed form. Not really. It's always going to be disturbed by me messing with it. Anyway, cutting audio, by the way, cutting music and speech and mixing them together and trying to make it sound right is incredibly difficult, it turns out. And it really makes me appreciate that. Like, honestly, music producers compared to like a podcast producer, which I am an amateur one to some extent now. Wow. We're almost 100 episodes in, so I've done some of it. Is like, it's a whole different art form, like trying to just be true to like a composition and like when do you fade in, when do you fade out, how do you make the speech not cut into a riff and make it all sound distorted and weird. Volume control, all this stuff is incredibly hard.
I think what you do in to buffer over that is go wicka 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 like that, and then it.
You haven't listened to the intro yet. There is some of that going on. So there's that. New intro, getting more and more professional here. A couple other pieces of admin. We have a new most listened to ever episode of the Talking Ass.
Yeesh.
Can you guess who it is?
No. Max?
Close, but he's up there now, the most recent one, but there's not enough time for him to have gained that many. But I'll give you another guess.
The clue?
It's a serious topic rather than a silly topic. Is that a good clue?
The man who's from Wuga.
The foreign minister in exile of the Uyghur government.
Uyghur.
Yeah. Uyghur, yeah. I know.
Okay.
It's Kira Shishkin.
Oh, yeah.
The episode is called Age of Misinformation and Content Overload, I think. It's a relatively new episode from like a month ago.
Yeah.
Shot up there past all the old classics, like we had the Gaza War and the trans wrestler and all that stuff was up there. The Science Boys' first appearance was up there. Yeah, it's pretty surprising. I don't know how the internet works. Like promotionally, I didn't do anything different, as in I did pretty much nothing. And it just got, especially on YouTube Music, we usually get like a dozen or a couple of dozen people through there because there's no video yet for this. But on YouTube Music or YouTube Video, I think those views and listens are combined. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, a couple of thousand people from there. And that's shocking. Yeah. And then obviously that's without all the people who listen more regularly to the show through these audio channels. Anyway, yeah. Interesting. If you haven't listened to that one, I don't know what I did or he did or why that episode's popular, but there we go. Another one, we did the NHL playoff preview. If you haven't listened to that yet and you plan to, don't take anything I said into account, but take everything our guest Joseph said into account. He messaged me recently of like, have you looked at the results? Pretty good predictions there. Oh. He's very proud of it, and I am too. See, really, it's if I'm not the one giving you gambling advice that gets you a new house for yourself, your tennis coach, your secret family, your dog, and so forth. If I'm not the one, then at least I bring a guest who knows what they're talking about. So well done.
You're there to make it fair, to add in some fake information.
Yes. Speaking of hockey, there is another really fun hockey episode coming. Other things that are coming, there'll be one where you'll see the subject and you'll think, what? Why would I listen to this? But give this guy a chance. Really fun episode. I won't tease more than that, but one of my strange rabbit holes, you know? Got a good guest for that. And other episodes, we had feedback for Miss Trunchbull, our manosphere expert, our teacher. Yeah, people were very happy with that. Somebody said just simply lovely. And with a little heart emoji. Some other feedback, like for Max Pasham's episode, apparently people now just send feedback in emojis. So it's a little hard to read them out. Maybe that's what they want to avoid, that I have nothing to ridicule. Like if it's a genuine, but yeah, got a few emojis there. I also wanted to remind everyone that on this podcast we fucking hate The Economist's The Intelligence podcast, an old rival of ours. Seriously, fuck them.
Still tracking you.
Every time I do something cool, they do the same thing the same week. And I've never met these people, but I did a really cool underground radio, pirate radio style, long form musical thing with what I thought was very cool music. They did the same thing the same week. God damn it. Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck The Economist. Also, I would like to be on your show. Thank you if you're listening. Yeah.
We could collab.
There are some missing scientists in the United States. Did you hear about this?
No.
Okay, so apparently, was it 11 different scientists related to nuclear research and other national security interest stuff have gone missing or perished in America?
What do you mean perished?
Dead.
Well, I know what you mean, but
either confirmed dead or missing.
But where? In the supermarket or?
Well, that's the thing. Various locations, and they're now looking into whether it is foreign espionage activity.
Off, I see.
Yeah. Just, I mean, not much is known about that. If I dig into it, maybe we'll get an episode out of it. It's quite scary and interesting. But yeah, I know there hasn't been any recent war coverage, and everyone is really surprised how I'm not depressing them on a weekly basis. But we're gonna get there. Did you know that the talking ass is now officially part of the American campaign trail? As in, electoral candidates in the upcoming midterm elections are contacting me to appear on the show.
Jeez. What does that mean? How are you going to respond to that, BBC?
Does it say more about the show or more about me or more about the state of the world?
If they're virtue signalling using you, that would be quite worrying.
Well, where is the world going when we're going to have electoral candidates who, yes, we'll discuss a little bit about the war there, but not too much. But we'll have an electoral candidate, like, what am I going to sandwich them in between a ballet dancer and a sewer guy or something?
Can I just guess that they were saying, like, my most important thing when it comes to this war is the safety of my population? Was it? Because that's a really, like, people-pleasing voting answer.
You're not too far away.
There we are.
But, yeah, anyway. And what you can guarantee, all of us can guarantee, is the same candidate will probably appear on the fucking Economist podcast. The same week I release it, especially now that I've told them. They're scouring my transcripts. Yeah. Another attempt on the life of the American president. And speaking of the state of the world and violence, what does it say about where we've gone as a society? Not only that these attempts, it's not the first one, and some apparently have been sponsored by foreign adversarial governments, and others have been whatever lone wolf attackers. Doesn't matter who they are. Actually, if they are lone wolf terrorists or whatever, you don't want to speak about who they are because that's what they want, and then you kind of let them win. But what does it say about us and the world that we didn't even react? It's like a 30-second news story. An attempt on like Reagan's life or Ford's life or back in like Garfield was assassinated back in the day, or Lincoln. We still talk about those in history lessons for those of us who pay attention in history.
No.
But now it's 30 seconds. You're like, oh, some loony tried again, and then move on.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. I never heard a dinner party or pub conversation or anything. No scuttlebutt about the whole thing.
Scuttlebutt is a good word.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's your reaction. Yeah. See, that's my point. We've talked about it for 15 seconds, and you're already bored.
I'm not bored.
There was an attempt on the...
profoundly impacted by the word. Scuttlebutt.
Regardless of who he is and what party he represents, it's like one of the biggest leaders on the planet.
With the most security, still having an attempt on his life.
Apparently the security was a joke. That's the whole thing, yeah. But they're grown arrogant, it seems, and complacent. Or maybe they're... I don't know. I don't want to... Anyway, like, the point is everyone's already bored of the story. And we just covered it for 40 seconds. Like, that's where we are as a society. And, yeah, I find it confusing, you know? Another quick war-related, quick war coverage for those who are here, for the gun perverts out there. Finland is buying artillery units from South Korea.
Ooh, well, on the radio...
Hundreds or even thousands of them.
On Radio 4 today, they were like, when is Keir Starmer gonna... Well, Radio 4 weren't, but the people they had on. When is Keir Starmer gonna respond to the fact that we don't have defence? We should be more like Sweden and Finland, who got well, up to date and self-protection-y when they needed to. And I was like, oh, we're looking to them. We're always looking to you guys.
Well, remember, us guys, in my case, can mean so many things.
You're
diverse.
I was going to say like amoeba.
Well, ethnic, like our new intro was given to our current favorite composer of the podcast with the brief exotic, because I am exotic, culturally exotic, diverse, not too serious, but sometimes there are serious topics, but a little bit fun and funny. And I think he delivered on that, because what a mess of a brief I gave him. I gave him like instructions that nobody could make sense of, like 4 pages of rambling instructions. All
of his music packs a punch, doesn't it? It's not like I'm just going to do... Even the one that was a bit more reflective was like, here we are, in your face, boof. Feelings, emotions. Is the Sophia one, I think.
Sophia was the last one with that, the newer one from the new album, yeah.
The reflective COVID one.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but all of it speaks to you.
It was really good stuff. I liked it.
The same kind of approach for you.
Well, this one is like the new intro is like the violin riff is like very Jewish almost,
but also,
and some could say I'm very Jewish-ish almost.
Yeah,
and
some could.
Some would. Others have. Yeah.
Some have.
And then there's the vocal things that are really fun.
Yeah.
And those are because some would and some have say that I'm almost retarded. So.
And the riff, which I don't think you get a riff, Danny, in violin. But the melody, for example, is like, but it sounds like, ooh, what's he going to talk about?
Yeah.
On the cusp of controversial.
I'll work on it to make it sound right and true to the original, because I've messed with it too much. Anyway, now we mentioned how the world might feel like it's running away from me, and I don't understand it, and it's all very confusing, and people don't even care about assassination attempts of the president or whatever.
Yeah.
There is one thing I recently discovered from a listener. I hope she's listening, actually. A thing on the internet that I can totally get on board with.
Oh, no.
So you know what looks maxing is?
No.
looks maxing is like when people cut up their faces and mess with their jawbone, like their bone structure in their face. And
in real life.
Yeah, in real life, I think they're like mostly men who struggle to find partners sexually and otherwise, and then they like go to the gym excessively, and then they even try to like use some kind of what is like been proven to be attractive to women, so they try to actually mold their face.
A bit like,
and they end up mostly looking like weirdos.
It's like the idea of symmetry, but then if you go on a symmetry camera, you look really weird.
Okay, yeah, so looks maxing is fucking stupid, right? But then there's something called fibremaxxing, and that's with at least 3 X's. Do you know what fibremaxxing is?
No.
It's like aggressively like increasing your daily fiber intake, and it's meant to optimize digestion, fullness, blood sugar control, cholesterol, and overall gut health. And I was like, wait, if kids are doing that on TikTok, that sounds fucking great.
What a polar opposite.
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, there are some drawbacks. Like, for example, some people are like eating just bowls of lentils and beans and stuff and completely messing up their digestion. You can like actually have bloating, cramps, pain, like serious constipation and stuff from this. And you need to drink more water, and you can also like mess with your medication and absorption of minerals and stuff. Oh, and if you have IBS/Crohn's disease, that can be serious. Yeah, it can be bad if you eat the wrong fibers and too many of them.
It's like the new generation version of maxing. We won't do it to our faces because we are who we are, and we are accepting of ourselves, but we will mess with our diet.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe like a fibremaxxing company could be like a good sponsor for this podcast.
Oh, really? You want to get behind that, do you?
Well, because I'm thinking it's politically pretty neutral.
Is it?
And like, well, I haven't looked into the community and their voting practices. I mean, anything that messes with lentils and chia.
There'll be vegans down
Yeah,
here.
exactly. Anything that messes with lentils and chia seeds is probably communist as hell, if I had to guess. But you know,
They'll be all about the veganisms, which is all more or less the greenies, which is fine.
Okay, but I'm saying, but the thing is, here's something I asked a certain big AI chatbot recently, because I believe it was with you or with someone. We had this conversation of what kind of political leaning do people think I have based on everything I've said on the show.
Yeah.
And I said, well, that's interesting. Like, I don't know, because I don't really vote, and I don't think I have a team. But subconsciously, now that there's hundreds of hours of me on the internet, if you ask AI, maybe they can, let's see what they think. Okay? This is ChatGPT. Okay, that's the one I used, because Elon's Grok would probably just claim me as a right-winger for like a small win.
And then they'll be like, we'll count you.
Yeah, you can be one of us. But GPT says, having media appearances in a podcast can absolutely give clues about someone's views. That's a nice tautology, thank you very much, Captain Obvious. The issue isn't whether Danny Orvoma, I'm pronouncing it the American way, has spoken publicly, but whether there's a clear, consistently documented political positioning that's widely recognized and easy to summarize without cherry picking. ChatGPT is exercising critical thought.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Saying, what is the bigger question here?
Okay, so listen to this. From what's accessible, he seems to engage in discussion-heavy, opinion-driven content rather than aligning himself cleanly with a single political label. A fair 2-sentence summary would be, he appears to lean towards independent or heterodox commentary.
Heterodox.
Definitely hetero, eh? Touching on political and cultural topics without clearly anchoring himself to a mainstream party line. His views come across as situational and discussion-oriented rather than strongly ideological or tied to a specific left or right identity. So there you go, fibremaxxing companies. Come sponsor us, you know? It's real middle ground.
You are.
Yeah.
You are
You
the
had to look up heterodox.
I've never heard it before. Is that awful?
No. It's like almost the opposite of orthodoxy, but not quite. Not quite. I wouldn't say it's like 70%
like
opposite of
it's
orthodox.
almost as though there's an opposite of orthodox, which is unorthodox.
Yeah. Unorthodox is a good...
unorthodox adjacent.
Unorthodox, good show on Netflix, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
A woman who escapes the Hasidic cult or something.
Yeah.
Really good. Anyway, yeah. So there you go. I'm not viewed as either.
Hey, I'm neutral.
Okay. Can I do a second topic? Because that was a very short topic, fibremaxxing. Would you allow me a second topic of the week?
So.
Okay. I want you to think about the American... I said American. You said meh. Don't really want to
think about them.
The American rock star.
I try not to. Oh.
And film star Jack Black.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not as bad.
All right. Well, I'd like you to think about his family. What do you know about his family?
Not much, to be honest.
It's really, really interesting.
Yeah.
Like, he became a legendary, Tenacious D and School of Rock and you know, all that scatting, and an amazing singer, right? Great sort of rock character. Okay, so you want to start with his mother.
Okay.
Judith Love Cohen.
Yeah.
Is an aerospace engineer.
Wow.
And she was an electrical engineer on the Minuteman missile.
Ooh.
The science ground station for the Hubble Space Telescope, and the Tracking and Data Relay Satellite, and the Apollo space program. So Jack Black's mother sent people to the moon.
Well,
right?
I say.
And also created, ballistic missiles. All right? Yeah. Now that's pretty interesting, right? Now, her other son, Jack Black's half-brother, Neil Siegel. Ever heard of him?
No.
Okay. Also developed many key systems for the United States military, including the Blue Force tracking system. And that's the kind of system where it's basically a really cool satellite-driven way of avoiding friendly fire and stuff.
Okay.
Okay. And handheld mobile GPS devices, smartphones, technology for them, right? Really interesting person, him too.
Yeah.
Also worked on drones, all of this stuff.
Does he have... Is that his show name or something? Jack Black.
Yeah, Jack Black. What you want, is that his stage name?
Yes, that's it.
What do you think his real name is then?
Something Cohen, no?
Thomas Jacob Black. Because I think Judith Cohen got remarried, you see. Because Neil is his half-brother.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right?
They're all different names, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, Thomas William Black is Jack Black's dad. So that is his real name. And he converted to Judaism in order to marry Judith Cohen. Judith Cohen is Jack Black's mom.
Bit like Jewish.
It's a fairly common first name, Judith.
Okay.
Amongst both Jews and Gentiles.
What are Gentiles? Gentle people.
Anyway.
I think it must be quite hard being like... More. I'm a space person. I like do space travel and stuff and nuclear stuff and like drones and stuff. And then what are you going to do, son? Comedy? Yeah. Oh, great stuff. Comedy and music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I guess these people were also paid handsomely, I would guess, so... Maybe he had the kind of freedom to explore the guitar that maybe some other kids didn't. I don't know if he was privileged that way.
Too.
Right.
That's the statement of the day.
Judith Cohen's mother had another son,
Yes.
another half-brother,
Mm.
who died of AIDS in 1989 at the age of 31. So that's one of Jack Black's half-brothers as well. I think I found more, but I just lost them in my notes. But, I mean, madly interesting family.
Yeah.
So that's just something I wanted to teach you all about. Tell you what, Jack Black would be a real big get for our friends on the Science podcast.
Not on yours, no.
Well, it would be a big get for me, but I would potentially want to talk about other things.
You'd probably
But I'm saying
yeah.
if those science guys contacted his people out of the blue saying they just want to talk about his other interests.
Or his mother.
Yeah, or his mom, yeah. Just
Yeah.
to talk about your mom and your brother.
Yeah.
And let's not go into music or movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, makes me a bigger fan of him, really.
You just are.
Yeah. What's your favorite Tenacious D song?
I only know like 2.
Which ones?
So I just like the main one.
Which one's that?
Tribute.
Tribute. Do you know what that song is based on?
No.
So Tribute, obviously the first thing people think of it is the song itself as a finished product. Reminds you very, very much of a song called "The Devil Went Down to Georgia" by.
Is that a African American?
It's by the Charlie Daniels Band.
Oh.
And of course that is a very similar song, but actually apparently that's not the inspiration for Tribute by Tenacious D at all. So the guitar part, the riff and all that, they say it's an obvious nod to one of the greatest songs ever. For those who don't know, Tribute is a parody song about them trying to write the greatest song in the world. But that's not the one they wrote. It's just a tribute to the one they wrote, which they forgot because they played it to the devil, because they had to defeat the devil with the power of rock and roll. Anyway, so the guitar part, they say, I can't hear it, is an obvious nod to Stairway to Heaven, which is, widely recognized, by the way, a stolen song. If no one knows, if anyone listening doesn't know about Stairway to Heaven being plagiarized, then just go look up a band called Taurus and look up the case. I believe it was fought in court as well, but it is. Anyway, Stairway to Heaven, great song, Led Zeppelin. I can't hear that at all, but they say that's part of the inspiration. But the real song that made them want to write the greatest song in the world is a song that has been mentioned on this podcast before as an interesting MTV moment when we discussed the death of MTV.
What, a Metallica one?
Yeah, it's One by Metallica. That's when they started, they were watching that video and Jack Black and Kyle Gass were saying, this must be the greatest song ever written. Why we should make a masterpiece like this? And that's Tribute. Stairway to Heaven, bit of Charlie Daniels Band, bit of One. And that's what you get. Awesome song. Anyway, do you know what we have to look forward to?
What are they in, politicians?
We have a politician coming, but not yet. Okay. Give that a moment. We have more hockey, and we have some mattresses. Mattresses optimized for sex performance.
Is it?
That too, and sleep. No, it's a really fun conversation. All right, everyone, and enjoy the outro. Ooh, what did you forget? Public service announcement. What do you want to say, Sylvia? You haven't been introduced in this episode, by the way. I'm Danny, that's Sylvia, if you didn't know. Yeah.
I'm Sylvia, hi. And I'd like to just mention that it's very good to listen to songs in the car, just whack it up higher.
Especially if it's Max Passion songs. I'm drawing a blank here for my public service.
Shooting blanks, are we?
Yeah. I have to go for one of my classic quotes, a Danny original that I said, I believe I said it for the first time maybe 15, 20 years ago when I was a young literary talent. I said, great minds think alike. And sometimes inferior minds get lucky.
Okay. Inferior.
Bye-bye. Now, if you enjoyed this episode of The Talking Ass, remember to rate, review, follow the show for more of this weirdness, and share. And with a friend, enemy, neighbor, relative, lover even. And press those goddamn internet buttons. Press them hard. Follow, all that jazz. See you next time.